Hi, I'm John Harrison. I wrote a letter to the Prime Minister last year. It was originally wrote when Tony Blair was in power, but I wasn't well enough and couldn't get off to send it. So when Gordon Brown became Prime Minister, everything I said in it was still relevant, so I sent it to him. I also copied it to the leader of the Conservative Party, David Cameron, Nick Clegg of the Liberal Democrats, Alex Salmond of the SNP, Ewan Wyn-Jones of Plaid Cymru, Ian Paisley of the Democratic Unionist Party, Sylvia Harman of the Ulster Unionist Party, and Gerry Adams of Sinn Féin. Unfortunately, I only got 3 replies at all. The first reply was roughly about a month after that. Sylvia Harman sent me a postcard to acknowledge receipt of my letter. A few months later, someone representing the Scottish government replied, and then someone representing the Prime Minister, which was the Department for Children, School and Families, wrote a letter. It's simply entitled PM. We have waged war on terrorism. There has been the war on drugs. We've had zero tolerance. Is a day going to come when you publicly tell us of the war and abuse of children? When you stand up as you have for the war on terrorism? The children of the world are not only our future, they are the future. If we lose the war for the children, we lose the future for a better world, whether terrorism, drugs, abuse, or any subject you could care to mention. Someone once said he didn't see the sense in winning a battle to go on to lose the war. I believe that is what we are doing as a people and as a society. Could you not publicly tell us you wage war on the abuse of children, and put the resources somewhere close to that which has been spent on the war on drugs or terrorism? Because all the other battles just as well be on the outside. There is something rotting at the core, and the longer it is this way, all the passion will not make a difference, all the words and money will not. When the core, the foundation to life itself, the children, has been eroded and overlooked compared to other policies, home and abroad, we will only ever win battles, but never win the war, on behalf of justice, decency, and even humanity itself. While the rights of the abusers come before the rights of the abused, only they ever win. While there is not enough of a network properly funded by government, it is more than we the abused slip through the net. The net was not there before, during, but worse still, after. I speak from my experience and that which I have seen and heard of others. Until it is not mostly left to charitable organisations to fill a gap, I believe the government, this one and those before, have left wide open and not filled. We the abused, we the people, we the lost children deserve better from the ones in power. I have met countless ones who battle to get counselling specifically for sexual abuse, and come up against disgusting attitudes and opinions from within the system and inept points of view, only made bearable by the Samaritans and other well-meaning, caring people, who unfortunately should have more power and money to do what they want, because we know they would if they could. And not only what can be afforded. Compassion doesn't cost money, just the will to give it. Lack of help because of expense, I would say to them, maybe we have cost the system, but it will never come close to what it does and will cost us, something of many things that no money can purchase. The lack of these things is what costs us all the most in society as a whole, in ways that cannot be ever truly calculated, but to know there is a cost for us all, and it will not just be in the present, but obviously in the future too. And if it is costing money, then more funding is needed. If it was given out of need, then would we not have it automatically? The abusers didn't give up all their rights when they abused us, but they gave up a right to have rights that come before the right of the innocent, those that have been abused and those that haven't. Yes, they must be protected, but not to the detriment of the vulnerable, and not to the detriment or risk to our basic human rights of protection from being abused or being abused again. The length of sentences of abusers is sickening, and it's a rape and abuse of us, society in itself. Justice, confidentiality that only protects them, Unfortunately, it's worse too many times. It serves them oh too well. Our rights are overlooked by them and others. It's time for our rights to come before theirs. They chose to abuse their rights they had when they abused us. Don't let us pay for it again, or worse still, more children. The balance needs to be shifted the other way, so it can serve us in the way it should, as well as it served them in a way it never should have. Controlling or overseeing is what they need. It is us, the abused, and the innocent, that need protecting from them, not them from us, something some seem to forget, in a way we never will.